From News 13 inside Las Vegas, this is News 13 at 11.
A wildly unpredictable and biting end to what's been called the biggest fight in boxing history. Pandemonium and still plenty of confusion at this hour after a bizarre finish to Tyson Holyfield 2. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ray Cortopassi.
I'm Robin Burke. The fight was stopped in the third round after Tyson bit Holyfield twice. We have team coverage for you. First, News 13 Sports Director Ron Futrell is standing by at the MGM with the latest very strange outcome, Ron.
Robin and Ray, to call the situation here bizarre would be an understatement. The fight of the century became the bite of the century, quite literally, here tonight at the MGM Grand. Evander Holyfield wins the fight because Mike Tyson took the bite out of him a couple of times, at least twice, during this fight. Let's show you some video. We'll go to interviews here in a moment. We'll show you some video of what happened during this fight. Evander Holyfield appeared to have won the first round of this fight, as you see Tyson coming out there wearing white, which he hasn't done in a long time. Holyfield going into the ring. Holyfield, I felt, won the first round. It went 3 rounds. Tyson perhaps could have won the second round. It was a real close second round. Then in the third, Tyson came out storming and, in fact, forgot his mouthpiece, which may be a little bit of premeditation for the biting incident, possibly. Forgot his mouthpiece, put it back in there, and it didn't really matter much because Tyson was disqualified. The fight was over. Afterwards, Mario Diaz spoke with Holyfield trainer Tommy Brooks.
Hey, the guy got desperate and he had no other recourse but to try to get disqualified, and that's what happened. He bit Holy on one ear, bit a chunk out of his ear, and we were complaining with the referee that the fight should be stopped right then, but the referee thought that he should continue with the fight, and then the next round he bit him in the other ear.
What did Evander say?
Oh, Evander was livid. You can see for yourself what happened in the fight.
Now, Tyson was cut badly over his right eye. That's not the one that he cut in his earlier fight with Holyfield. He left the fight without showing up at the post-fight press conference. You see him getting into his Range Rover right here. I asked him why he bit Evander Holyfield right at this point as you see Tyson getting into the car, and he mentioned, "Look at my eye," is all he said to me at that point. Referee Mills Lane said the headbutting that was going on was no excuse for Tyson to bite Holyfield.
Unintentional butt, and I recognize the butt. There's no question it was a bad cut. It was an unintentional butt. That's part of the game. But that does not justify biting somebody. I mean, that's not in the protocol.
Officially, what are the rules in a situation like this when one fighter bites another fighter?
Well, our rules state that we have to suspend him, which we did right away. We have to hold a hearing on it. We have to review the tapes. We have to talk to the referees. And we have to have Mike Tyson appear in front of us within 30 days.
Will Tyson get paid for this fight, do you think?
No, we're holding his purse, too.
So you heard it from Dr. Ghanem there. Tyson's purse has been suspended. Now, there is a hearing set for Tuesday downtown where they will consider whether Tyson is going to get paid for this fight. Now, the other part of the story is Evander Holyfield. He was bit badly. Mario Diaz is at Valley Hospital now, where Holyfield was taken to repair the bad bites that he got on his ear. Mario.
All right, thanks a lot, Ron. We are at Valley Hospital. We were at Tim Hallmark. He is Evander Holyfield's conditioning coach. And Tim, you were with Evander in the ambulance when we were coming down here. What did he have to say, his spirits inside the ambulance?
Well, his spirits are great. You know, he's physically fine. He's concerned that, you know, that type of thing would even happen in a boxing match. He's concerned what it does to boxing, you know, when these type of things happen, which hurts the sport and hurts all the other fighters out there that are training real hard to get an opportunity to go in. It causes a lot of people to forget how much skill, how much hard work, how much discipline there is in the boxing world.
The piece of the ear was about a quarter of a size right above the right part of the ear. How is the champ right now?
He just got his ear stitched. Well, he got bit on both ears. He got one ear, they put some medication on it. The other ear, he got stitched up, and then at a later date he'll have some plastic surgery.
But overall, the champ's in good spirits.
Oh, he's great. He's smiling, and you know, one thing about Evander Holyfield, he's solid. He's solid, you know, in any type of adversity.
What did he say about Mike Tyson?
Well, you know, he just couldn't believe it. You know, his whole thing was, you know, it's one thing for a guy to hit you with a low blow and you know, when you go to war, or a guy hitting you right after the bell rings or something like that, but this just kind of took it to the extreme. This went a little bit too far.
Indeed, it did go a bit too far tonight. Of course, we'll have more on this developing story coming up and later on in the show in sports.
All right. Mario Diaz, thanks a lot for that report from the hospital. So we know the situation for Evander Holyfield tonight.
But the question is, where's Mike Tyson? Tyson is not known for his post-fight courtesy. He made a quick exit this evening News 13 caught these pictures of the former champ disappearing into the night. He spoke only to the pay-per-view reporter and not to the mainstream media. And for now, he has scheduled no press conference. And before Mike Tyson left, hundreds of police officers rushed the arena to keep fans under control. After the biting incident, Tyson reportedly threw punches at anyone who came near him in the ring. Officers moved in to keep the peace at the Grand Garden. Now, judging strictly by the phone calls that we received here in the newsroom, a lot of Prime Cable customers are pretty upset over the fight's strange turn.
Certainly right. But what about the fans who paid the really big money to see that fight live? I mean, did they get their money's worth? And for that answer, we turn to News 13's Michael Geeser, who joins us now live from the MGM. Michael?
Well, Ray, the answer is no, they did not. This was ugly. Fans filing out of the MGM seemed absolutely disgusted. Perhaps tomorrow they'll think about what they spent on this fight, and then that feeling will turn to anger. After it was over, we talked to dignitaries, pro athletes, and regular fight fans and asked them what they thought of this one.
People feel very disappointed. This had the makings of a great fight. We came to see fighting, we saw budding and biting.
As a pro athlete, are you kind of embarrassed by that?
Hell yeah, I'm embarrassed. I mean, how can we do that on a court when there's, you know, a billion people watching? That's just incredible. I can't believe it.
I do a lot of crazy things like that too, but I don't do that.
Well, I think you should always fight a vegetarian. I really believe that. All fighters should eat before they fight.
Nobody will want to fight him. He's shown that he doesn't have the class or the character to be a heavyweight champion of the world.
I'm raising boys, and if one of my kids did it, I'd be really mad at them. Their mom would be mad. So don't do it.
That's right. Don't do that. Now, we have a developing situation to tell you about in the front lobby of the MGM just...
Now, News 13's Inside Sports.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back live to the MGM Grand. You know, on Monday night, they have a big-time wrestling event coming up here at the MGM Grand, but it came a little bit early tonight as this fight, the best way you could describe it, was something you might see out of the WCW or WWF wrestling. But Mike Tyson bit Evander Holyfield at least twice during this fight. Some reports have been as many as 3 times. Then after the fight, a brawl broke out in the ring because it appeared that Mike Tyson wanted to continue the fight and keep fighting. This was a good 2 or 3 minutes after the fight had been completed. And there were a number of Metro officers that had to climb into the ring to restore order. It got that bizarre and that ugly here tonight. Let's go ahead and look at some of the video. I know we've shown it to you before, but it's worth taking another look at. This fight was really a pretty close fight. Mike Tyson did complain afterwards about getting headbutted a number of times by Evander Holyfield. That at least was his reference to me. And there were times where it looked like Holyfield did come up into Mike Tyson, as you can see there. There was a right gash over the right eye of Mike Tyson. Now, that's not the eye that he hurt when they fought the first time. It was the left eye that he hurt when they fought the first time. Then you see the gash out of Evander Holyfield's ear right there and the brawl that took place in the ring afterwards. Now, Mark